Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm going to show off some war battles here. We are in a very tough fight. As you can see, we're down by 17,000 skulls. We're fighting German Steel Eagles, and I have yet to do any attacks here. So explain the battling system again for those that don't necessarily know exactly. We've been in 7 war seasons now. You get 3 100% skulls. So here's 840 skulls. So we're going to go ahead and attack them and hopefully win 100% to get 840 skulls here. When you win 840 skulls, your top 3 are going to get 100% skull values, and everything after your top 3 is only counted at 2%, so it's a very small amount of skulls. So the majority of your points come from every player in your alliance doing 3 great raids against your opponents and collecting those 100% skull values. So his base here will be fairly easy because he's at like 3,500 trophies. He doesn't have any elite boost on it, looked like. So we should have little to no issues at all going through this base. Our king is now currently, I believe, at level 83 or 84. And it's right on the cusp of leveling up again. A corner like that is deadly, but if you're using the shield combination, you can actually shield up and then splash a sonic blast and hit all 6 of those towers and pretty much destroy all 6 of them at once. You saw there I didn't have the shield spell on, so I was unable to do that and I only went and took out 3 towers. If you don't have the shield spell and you're facing a couple of snake towers in a corner like that, your HP will just get devoured and you're probably going to die if you try and hit all of those towers at once. Another interesting feature to note is that we have Sonic Blast at max level again currently. I believe it's level 8 now. And you should start noticing that a lot of the higher level elite players that are 4,000 plus trophies will not be using any more gargoyles because Sonic Blast at level 8 can now pretty much disintegrate the gargoyles before they explode, and now it renders the gargoyles useless as long as you're casting Sonic Blast. So we picked up 840 skulls right there. Plus, we actually get a 2% bonus. So you'll notice when we go back in, we'll not only have 840 skulls, but we'll get a little bit extra 2% bonus. So we should have like 855 or 56. So we have 857 skulls. You can see the 2% bonus. So we got the complete 100%, 840 right there. Plus, every time you raid, you get 2% bonus skulls. So that's why we have a total of 857. You always want to try and find the highest skull value, and it's not necessarily going to be the person that has the highest amount of trophies. The skull value currently is determined by the king level. So right here, here's a small trophy, 3,199, but he's giving us 810 skulls. It's a really high skull amount of value, and that's because his king level is a lot higher than all the others. So this is bringing up a point where they need to kind of fix this system and change it, because level 120 kings, they are giving out like close to 1,000 or a little bit over 1,000 skulls, and there's no real difference between a level 120's base versus a level like say 95's base. The level of your king cannot influence how strong your base is. It only influences how strong of an attacker you are. You're going to have a little bit higher stats, and that's all that it's going to do. You're going to get better equipment as well from the granny. But it has no bearing on your defense. So that was a Blade Storm. It wasn't a Sonic Blast. So if I have a Sonic Blast up and running as the gargoyles are attacking me, they're going to disintegrate. But it doesn't help me if my Sonic or my Blade Storm, my Sonic Blast is actually on cooldown. So I'm going to go and touch every one of those towers, pop the Sonic Blast now, and it's going to disintegrate the gargoyles and blow up a bunch of the towers as well there. A thing to note is I haven't directly talked about tagging, and that's when you just touch the towers and kind of rush forward. So that's what we did there in the back with the Blade Storm. We tagged all of those towers with the Blade Storm. The Blade Storm will then do damage over time because it is actually a dot. Even though it does a massive amount of damage, it is still considered a dot. When you hit things, it's going to stick on those towers and those units for several seconds, and you'll notice that there's an animation and it's slowly doing damage over time. Sonic Blast is also exactly like that as well. Blade Storm and Sonic Blast have a long duration. They have like a 3-second duration for the Sonic Blast, I believe, and 5-second duration for the Blade Storm. So tagging is something that you definitely want to do. You want to realize how strong your troops are, especially when you're using cannons. Because cannons, as soon as they see a tower and they have a really long range and line of sight, that they start firing their cannon and they get like pumped up and getting ready to shoot their cannon. So if you're sitting there with a king and you're whacking away on a tower multiple times trying to take it down, it's kind of wasting that extra time. I'll try and give you an example here in this next raid. So you need to try to get familiar with how much damage your cannons will do, or just in general how much damage your troops will do. So we have an army of troops now coming up. We have our Sonic Blast. We're going to just touch everything, and we're going to go up to the corner and touch all those as well. Because if you go into the corner, again, you can touch the tower on the opposite side there. So we went all the way up, touched the Snake Tower as well that was behind the barricade. Over here, we're going to tag all these towers and just run up. And that right there will pretty much destroy everything. It put that Snake Tower at half HP. So we have troops there, and you can see cannons are already shooting. We want them to be effective. So we're going to let everything else there just kind of disintegrate to the troops, the towers, the archers, the cannons, and the archers. We have speed boots on our hero, so he's faster. He can kind of run out of fire, out of the firing range there. Sit back, recover, wait for our troops a little bit. And it's something you especially have to do when you're fighting people that have elite boost gates, the Doom gates. The Doom gate is actually really powerful now. So don't underestimate that. A lot of my raids I've failed on because of Doom gates. They just have a ton of power. They disintegrate a lot of troops. So definitely do not underestimate the power of that Doom gate. So we've done 3 raids there, so we have our complete 100% on all 3 raids. And that is quick basic overview of the Alliance Wars. Good luck to everyone in their war season. We can actually attack more and we could attack the same players again. So if we wanted to, the best player to attack is this person right here. If we attack him, we're not going to get the full 840 skulls. We're only going to get that 2% skull value. But you can constantly attack this player over and over and over again, and you'll slowly add 17 skulls every time that you beat him 100%. So you do not have to attack different opponents. You want to attack the person that's giving you the most amount of skulls so you get the most amount of bonuses. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below, and like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.